In this tutorial, we will show how to produce a material list. Let's open up the shingle worksheet. As discussed in the first tutorial, the yellow boxes contain the most important information to complete the estimate. We will enter the measurements of the roof. In this example, we will use a simple gable roof with two equal sides, 16 feet by 32 feet. So the ridge is 32 feet. Rake 64 feet, gutter apron 64 feet, chimney, no chimney, tear off yes, ridge vent yes. Let's have two boots, one that we have a sewer vent, we'll change that to a 2-inch, also a 3-inch. Now, if you already know the square footage of your roof, you can simply enter it in here, or in this case, we can select the shape of the roof of each side, either a square, rectangle, or a triangle, or a trapezoid. In this case, we have a square, a rectangle, and let's change it to 16 feet by 32 feet. Like we said earlier, there's two sides. Enter. Now the computer says there's 1,024 square feet. As we entered information into the yellow boxes, the computer automatically adjusted the material list, and we will now discuss how to take control of those results and customize it for your personal needs. Several factors have to be taken into consideration to produce an accurate material list, such as different building practices, building codes, residential versus commercial, and varying material prices. We will first discuss the material prices and how to change those. To change a material price, we have to go to the price list worksheet located at the bottom. Most, if not all, the shingle prices, we click on here, we go to the right, are found under the shingle materials column. A square of shingles, wish to change it, select it, it's like $90. And this, as soon as we change it to 90, if we go back to the shingle worksheet, it changed this number to $90 per square of shingles. Now that we double check the material prices, we will now examine the default calculations. When we scroll to the right, shingling default calculations. For example, the percentage waste can be adjusted. This is a simple gable roof, so 3% I believe is enough. If this would be a hip roof or have a bunch of alleys, we could adjust it to, let's say, 5%. 500, should have put in 0.05. There you go, 5%. Or maybe even 8%. Depends how complicated your roof is. Also, the amount of square feet per roll of synthetic felt. Most of the synthetic felt I've seen has 1,000 square feet per roll. Percentage waste, this can be much lower than that, 15%. And the computer would automatically do the math and figure out how many rolls of synthetic felt you need for your roof. Remember, once you have a default calculation you wish to show up every time you start a new shingle estimate, make those changes in the default calculation section and the personalized file we made right here, the personalized file we made in the last tutorial. So once that changes are made in this Smith's Construction Estimator, it will appear every time you start a new shingle estimate. Other changes we can make is the markup. If we wish to change the markup percentage, we simply select it, change it to 20%. Or the way to change the tax, we go to the home page. At the bottom here, the tax rate, if we change it to say 7%, go back to the shingle estimate, it went from $118 to $150. And at the bottom here we can see our subtotal with tax, total material price, the labor, disposal. Anytime it has an orange box, you can change those numbers. Delivery $80, disposal $250, and equipment we have $300. If this is a simple roof and you do not need a lift, and just put that to 0. So by playing with some of these numbers, you can adjust your material price. Thank you for watching this tutorial on how to produce a material list.